Bruce Lee walks out of the Dragon Palace restaurant in Hong Kong's Kowloon district, carrying a small paper bag of takeout food. It's November 3rd, 1958, a Monday evening when the neon lights just started flickering to life and the streets pulse with that specific energy Hong Kong has after sunset. What happens in the next 8 minutes does UNT just demonstrate. Bruce's fighting ability. It reveals a level of tactical thinking and moral restraint that most people will never witness in a street confrontation. The Dragon Palace sits on the corner of Nathan Road and Mung Kok Street, a neighborhood where different worlds collide. Businessmen in suits walk past street vendors selling steamed buns. Elderly women carrying shopping bags navigate around groups of young men looking for trouble. It's crowded, chaotic, alive with the kind of energy that can turn dangerous without warning. Bruce is 18 years old, returning to Hong Kong after spending his childhood years here before his family moved to the United States. He's visiting relatives, reconnecting with old friends, training at various martial arts schools around the city. He's wearing simple clothes, dark pants, white shirt, thin jacket, nothing expensive, nothing that draws attention. He's just another young man in a city full of young men. But Bruce Lee is never just another young man. Even at 18, he carries himself with a presence people notice. Perfect posture, economic movement, eyes that miss nothing. He's been training in Wing Chun under Ip Man for 3 years, studying philosophy, boxing, fencing, constantly analyzing what works and what doesn't in real combat situations. As Bruce walks down Nathan Road toward the bus stop, he notices them. 6 young men in their early 20s, dressed in the style of local gang members' leather jackets, despite the heat, slicked back hair, cigarettes dangling from mouths, that swagger that announces they own these streets and everyone else is just visiting. They're loitering outside a closed shop, watching people pass, making comments, looking for entertainment, looking for someone to intimidate, looking for weakness they can exploit. Their leader is a guy they call Razor, 24 years old, built like a middleweight boxer, with scar tissue around his eyes and knuckles that have been broken and healed, wrong multiple times. He's a real fighter, not just a brawler. He's got training in Hung Gar, Kung Fu, combined with street fighting experience from years of territorial disputes with rival gangs. Razor sees Bruce walking alone, young, small by Hong Kong standards, 5'7", maybe 130 pounds, soaking wet, carrying takeout food. Not from this neighborhood. Perfect target. Razor steps into Bruce's path, blocking the sidewalk. His 5 friends spread out, forming a semicircle. Not completely surrounding Bruce yet, but clearly boxing him in, making escape difficult. This is a practiced move. They've done this before. "Hey little brother," Razor says in Cantonese, his tone false friendly. "You lost. This isn't your neighborhood." Bruce stops, assesses the situation instantly. 6 men, 1 with real fighting experience leading them. 5 others varying levels of capability to look capable. 3 are probably just there for intimidation and backup. The street is crowded, but nobody's going to help. In Hong Kong, you mind your own business when gang members start trouble. Bruce could run. He's faster than these guys. Could drop the food and sprint to a more crowded area. But that teaches them they can intimidate people. That reinforces their behavior. And Bruce Lee, at 18 years old, already understands that backing down from bullies doesn't stop bullying. It just selects the next victim. Bruce says calmly, "I'm just passing through. No trouble intended." Razor grins. "Passing through requires paying toll. This is our street. You want to walk it, you pay for the privilege." It's a classic shakedown. Street gangs have run this scheme in Hong Kong for generations. Target someone alone, demand money, escalate if they refuse, beat them up to send a message to the next victim. Simple, effective, low risk, if you've got numbers. Bruce shifts his weight slightly, balancing his center of gravity. The paper bag of food is in his left hand. His right hand is relaxed but ready. He's not taking a fighting stance that would escalate immediately, but he's prepared. "I don't have money to give you," Bruce says, which is partially true. He's got maybe 10 Hong Kong dollars in his pocket, not worth fighting over. Razor's smile disappears. "Then you give us that watch." He points to Bruce's wrist. It's a cheap Timex his father gave him, worth maybe $30, but it's a gift. It matters. The watch isn't for sale. Bruce says. One of Razor's friends, a stocky guy they call Fist, steps closer. "He's disrespecting us. Let's teach him manners." Razor holds up a hand, stopping his crew. He's studying Bruce more carefully now. Something about the way this kid stands, The way he's calm when he should be scared. The way his eyes are tracking all 6 of them simultaneously. Razor's fought enough to recognize when someone has training. You know Kung Fu? Razor asks, genuinely curious now. Some, Bruce says, not boasting, not intimidated, just factual. Razor nods slowly. Me too. Hung Gar, 5 years under Master Chen, Wing Chen, 3 years under IP Man. Razor's eyebrows raise. IP Man is legendary in Hong Kong martial arts circles. If this kid is really one of IP Man's students, he's not some random target. He's got skills, but Razor's got pride, got reputation, got 5 friends watching. He can't back down now without losing face. The entire gang structure depends on reputation. Back down from one skinny kid, and word spreads. They become weak. Other gangs move in. It's not just about Bruce anymore. It's about territory and power. Wing Chen, Razor says dismissively. That's old man Kung Fu. Close range stuff. Doesn't work in street fights. Too theoretical. Bruce doesn't take the bait, doesn't argue, doesn't defend his style. He just says, I don't want to fight you. Then give me the watch and walk away. Bruce considers this. It's just a watch. Material object. Not worth getting hurt over. Not worth hurting others over. But it's also the principle. Give in to bullies, and they never stop. They just escalate. Next time it's not a watch. It's dignity. Then safety. Then someone gets seriously hurt. Bruce makes his decision. He carefully sets down the paper bag of food on the sidewalk beside him, straightens up, looks directly at Razor. I'm not giving you the watch, but I'm also not looking to fight 6 people. So here's what's going to happen. You and me, one-on-one. If you win, take the watch. If I win, we all walk away, and nobody bothers anyone else on this street tonight. Your friends, stay back. Just you and me. Razor laughs. You think you can beat me one-on-one? I think I'd rather try than fight all 6 of you. Bruce says honestly. One-on-one is fair. 6-on-1 is just assault. The crowd that's been forming curious pedestrians, keeping their distance but watching, murmurs at this. Bruce is proposing a traditional challenge. Old-school Hong Kong street rules. One-on-one, winner walks away. No weapons, no backup. It's respectable. It's how things used to be done before gangs got lazy and just used numbers. Razor looks at his friends. They're nodding. This is better than just beating up some random kid. This is entertainment, a real fight. Plus, Razor's got training, got size advantage, got street fighting experience. He's not worried. Okay, little Wing Chen boy. Let's see what IP Man taught you. The crowd steps back, forming a rough circle on the sidewalk. 30, maybe 40 people watching now. This is Hong Kong street culture. A challenge fight draws spectators like moths to flame. People appear from shops, from apartments above, from passing buses. In minutes, there's 70 people watching. Razor takes his fighting stance. Hung Gar style white horse stance. Hands positioned for powerful strikes, rooted and strong. He's a tree that won't be moved. His training shows his Sifu taught him well. Bruce stands in Wing Chen basic stance. Feet narrower, weight forward, hands in center guard position, elbows protecting ribs. He looks smaller now, less imposing. The crowd murmurs. Some people are placing bets. Razor is heavily favored. Razor attacks first. Throws a straight punch with his right hand, testing Bruce's defense. Bruce uses Pak Sao, slapping Pareto deflected, simultaneously stepping forward and to the outside. Razor's punch hits air. Bruce is at an angle now, no longer on the center line. Razor resets, tries a low kick to Bruce's leading leg. Bruce checks it with his knee, absorbs the impact, doesn't give ground. The kick was powerful. Bruce feels it through his leg, but it didn't accomplish what Razor wanted. They circled. Razor is being more cautious now. That simple exchange told him something. Bruce has fast reflexes and good defensive instincts. This isn't going to be easy. Razor throws a combination jab crosshook, boxing influence mixed with kung fu. It's effective. Bruce slips the jab, blocks the cross with bong sao, and ducks under the hook. He's inside Razor's guard now, too close for Razor to generate power. Bruce doesn't counter, just creates distance and resets. The crowd murmurs louder. Bruce had an opening and didn't take it. Razor is confused. Why didn't he strike? They engage again. Razor tries to grab Bruce's arm for a joint lock. Bruce spirals out of the grab using a circular motion, maintaining contact but not being controlled. It's pure Wing Chun sticking hands, constant contact, sensitivity to pressure. Razor is getting frustrated. He's throwing techniques that should work, that have worked against other fighters, but Bruce is neutralizing everything without mounting any serious offense. It's like fighting smoke. Nothing to grab, nothing to hit, just constant evasion and redirection. Then Razor makes a mistake. He commits fully to a powerful right cross, putting all his weight behind it. Bruce doesn't block it, doesn't parry it. He just isn't there. Razor's fist passes through the space where Bruce was, and Bruce has stepped to the outside, perfectly positioned. Bruce could end it now. Could throw an elbow to Razor's temple. Could strike the throat. Could attack the exposed ribs. He has 3 different finishing techniques available. The crowd is shouting, expecting Bruce to destroy Razor. Bruce doesn't attack. He just tags Razor's shoulder with an open palm. Gentle, controlled. A message. I could have hurt you just then, but I chose not to. Razor feels the touch, realizes what it means, and his face goes pale. He's a street fighter. He understands that language. Bruce just showed mercy when he could have shown dominance. They separate again. Razor is breathing hard, more from confusion than exertion. This kid could have hurt him, should have hurt him. Why didn't he? Bruce says quietly, so only Razor can hear. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your friends, but I also can't let you take my watch. So we can keep doing this until you're tired, or we can stop now and both walk away. Razor looks at Bruce with new understanding. This isn't some arrogant kid trying to prove he's tough. This is someone who genuinely doesn't want to fight, who's fighting only because Razor forced him to, who's skilled enough to have ended this fight 3 times already, but chose restraint instead. What's your name? Razor asks. Bruce Lee. Razor nods slowly. I'm going to remember that name. He steps back, raises his hand to his crew. We're done here. Let him pass. The 5 friends look confused. They didn't see what Razor saw, didn't feel what Razor felt, didn't experience those moments when Bruce could have struck, but didn't. One of them, Fist objects. We can't just let him. I said, we're done. Razor cuts him off. His tone brooks no argument. He's the leader. His word is final. Bruce picks up his paper bag of food, looks at Razor with respect. Thank you, Razor says. That Wing Chun of yours, it's not old man kung fu. It's something else. Something I haven't seen before. It's just what works, Bruce says. Take what's useful, discard what's not. The crowd disperses slowly. Disappointed there wasn't blood, Bruce walks toward the bus stop. The 6 gang members watch him go. What Bruce doesn't know is that moment changes Razor's trajectory. That night, Razor goes home thinking about a fighter who could have hurt him but chose not to. About skill without cruelty. About power without ego. 3 weeks later, Razor shows up at IP Man's school. Asks to learn Wing Chun. IP Man, who's heard about the Nathan Road incident through the martial arts community gossip network, accepts him as a student. Razor trains for 2 years, never misses a class, eventually leaves gang life completely, opens a small kung fu school in Kowloon, where he teaches kids from rough neighborhoods, teaches them what Bruce Lee taught him that night on Nathan Road, that real martial arts isn't about dominating others, it's about controlling yourself. Bruce Lee never learns about this directly. He leaves Hong Kong 2 months later, returns to the United States, continues his journey of developing Jeet Kune Do, teaching, acting, becoming legendary. But in Hong Kong, in certain martial arts circles, the story spreads. The night Bruce Lee fought 6 gang members on Nathan Road, except the story gets exaggerated with each telling. Some versions say Bruce fought all 6 simultaneously. Some say he knocked them all out in seconds. Some say police had to intervene. The real story is quieter, but more powerful. One 18-year-old with enough skill to hurt 6 people, enough wisdom to choose not to, enough courage to stand his ground, and enough restraint to turn a potential street brawl into a teaching moment. 30 years later, in 1988, a Hong Kong journalist tracking down old Bruce Lee stories finds Razor, now 54 years old, running his kung fu school. The journalist wants sensational details about the legendary Nathan Road fight. Razor disappoints him, says, there was no fight, just a demonstration. Bruce Lee showed me that the greatest victory is the one where nobody gets hurt, where you prove you could hurt someone but choose not to. That's real mastery. That's what I've been teaching ever since. The journalist asks, so Bruce Lee didn't fight all 6 of you? Razor laughs. He didn't need to fight any of us. He just needed to show one of us that violence isn't strength. Control is strength. I learned more from Bruce Lee in those 8 minutes than I learned from 5 years of traditional training. What did he teach you? that being able to destroy someone and choosing not to is the highest form of martial arts. That scared that arrogant kid I was into becoming a teacher instead of a thug. That's the real story. Not very dramatic for your article, but it's the truth. The article never gets published. Too quiet, too philosophical, not enough action for what readers want. But the truth remains. On Nathan Road in Kowloon, on a Monday evening in November 1958, Bruce Lee didn't defeat 6 men in combat. He defeated the idea that strength requires violence. He defeated the assumption that fighting is how you prove worth. He defeated 6 potential victims of gang violence by showing their leader that another path existed. Nobody expected that. Not Razor, not his crew, not the crowd, not even Bruce himself, who simply did what he always did, tried to find the solution that caused the least harm to everyone involved. That's the story nobody tells. That's the fight Bruce Lee won without fighting. That's the victory that changed lives without breaking bones. And decades later, when students at Razor School ask why their Sifu is so insistent on restraint, on control, on never using their skills unless absolutely necessary, Razor tells them about the kid with a paper bag of food who could have hurt him but chose to teach him instead. That, Razor says, is what a real martial artist looks like. Not the ones in movies. The real ones who walk away from fights they could win because they understand that winning is unto the point. Teaching is the point. 6 men surrounded Bruce Lee that night. Nobody expected all 7 of them to walk away better than they arrived.